What's up, guys? Today we're going to be cutting open a bunch of motors. Well, not really the whole motor, just the bells. Seems to me like a lot of people, most people's opinion is between a good motor and a cheap motor is whether it's got a unibell design, solid bell, or if it has a two-piece bell. A two-piece bell being the cheaper motor, and the unibell being the better motor. So I had a whole bunch of bells of all different brands. They're all 2207 motors except for one. It's a 2205, and I'm going to show you the brands of each one of them, and I have cut the bells completely in two, and I'm going to show you how they're constructed. And then out of the best ones that are unibell, I'm going to show you which one in my opinion is the best, and I will show you why. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first motor we're going to go with, I'm going to show you here. This is a Cobra motor. It's a 2205 Cobra motor, 2700 kV. And there's what it looks like when I cut it open. Alright, but here's the truth. Here's the other half of it. It's a two-piece bell. See how it goes in there like that? So this is what most people would consider a cheap motor. Okay. Now the next motor we're going to look at is a Brother Hobby motor. Here's one half of it cut open. Here's the other half. It's a Returner R5 2207 motor, and as you can see, it's a two-piece bell. So that's considered a cheap motor, I guess. The next one we're going to look at, this is the let me see here. Hard to read the name on this thing. Oh, this is a HGLRC motor. This was a premium motor at one time. I paid a lot of money for these darn things. This is the first half of it cut open. Oh, and guys, on the center piece that goes in here, all of these motors pretty much had the exact same type centerpiece, so I didn't bring it because they all look just alike just about. But anyway, here's the one half of it, and here's the other half, and as you can see, it's a two-piece too. So it's considered a cheap motor, but I paid a high dollar for it. Alright, the next one we're going to look at is the RCX motor, 2207. Here's the first half I cut open. Here is the second half. It's a two-piece bell too. Goes in there like that. Two-piece bell, so that's considered a cheap motor. Now the next one we're going to look at is a Zing 2208. Zing 2208. Here's the first half of it, and here is the second half. It is a two-piece bell, so I guess that's considered a cheap motor. Alright, that's all the two-piece bell ones. Now we're going to go with the ones that are unibell. Alright, this is a Flash Hobby motor, 2207 1750 kV Flash Hobby. There's the one half of it. Here's the other half, Flash Hobby. And as you can see, it's a solid bell. See, the whole sleeve fits up in there. So it's a one-piece bell. It's not two-piece. So, solid construction here. Alright, now I'm going to lay that aside because we're going to keep this here because I'm going to show you something important here in a minute. The next one we're going to go with is a hype train motor. I think this is Rotor Riot's hype train. You see right there it says hype train. This is a unibail. There's the first half of it. Here's the second half. As you can see, the whole sleeve fits up in there. The steel ring fits up inside it. So it's completely encased. So that's considered a good motor. Alright, the next one we're going to look at is the Mepsking motor. 2207 Mepsking motor. 1750 kV. It's got grooves cut in it here, so it looks like it's a two-piece bell, but actually it's not. Here's the other half of it. And as you can see, I can't hold on to these things. As you can see, it is a solid, the sleeve fits right up in there. Single bell design. Alright, now I'm going to show you, out of the three that's supposed to be the best motors, I want to see if you can see the difference. I'm going to try to hold them up here. Ah, shoot, this is hard to do. Okay, maybe. Alright guys, what I want you to take note of, the sidewall here. Take note of the sidewall. It's kind of thick right up here at the top, but then right here where it starts to go down, it's the same thickness all the way down. It's paper thin. That's on the Flash Hobby motor. Alright, let's take a look at the Hype Train motor. Supposed to be some of the best they are. It's thick up here at the top, then it's the same thickness all the way down. I mean, if you look, it's just paper thin all the way down. Same thickness. I've done mic'd them. They're the same thickness. Everybody uses the same thickness. Alright, but now take a look at this is the Mepsking motor. Take a look at the Mepsking motor. It's thick up here at the top, and it's the same thickness at the very tip out here that these other motors are. But all the way in the middle here, it's not. This motor is wide up here, and then it starts tapering off, and it gets thinner and thinner and thinner as it gets all the way to the tip. When it gets to the tip, it's the same thickness as these motors. So this is a lot beefier sidewalls on these motors. I've seen so many videos of people saying, oh, Mepsking motors ain't worth a flip. Mepsking motors is two-piece motors. Mepsking motors, the sidewall is paper thin. Well, I got proof right here. This is proof. I mean, this is a Hype Train motor versus the Mepsking motor. You tell me which motor you'd rather run. One that's got a lot beefier sides, or the one that's paper thin all the way up and down. I'm telling you guys, Mepsking parts are where it's at. I don't care what nobody says. I mean, just take a look, guys. Look at how thick the sidewall is and how it tapers off and gets thin. But yet, the Hype Train motor and all the other motors are just paper thin. Paper thin. I mean, what motor would you rather run? I mean, they are constructed well. Very well. Mepsking motors is where it's at, guys. Alright guys, I hope this cleared up a lot of crap. I'm tired of seeing it and hearing it online. People don't know what they're talking about. I've seen people take these Mepsking motors, they get them a set, they have somebody give them a set, or they get a set from the company, and then they'll do a review on it, and they'll just say, oh, it looks like a bad motor, it's a two-piece bell, or it's this or that, or the sidewalls are thin, and they don't even try them. I mean, I'm not going to say it. I just can't get over some people, guys. Alright, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. I sure did by cutting all these motors open. A lot of these motors that I thought were expensive motors are not. And a lot of these motors they are expensive. You're just paying for a bunch of nothing. Have a great day, guys.